You mutton.
Coming at you, mother.
Coming at you. And he did get a beer in the end. Look at that.
Well, for Ryan's birthday, you know.
Oh yes, yeah.
Just celebrating Rye's birthday. Look at that.
Happy birthday, Rye.
Happy birthday, Rye. He may well be on later. He might not be. We shall have to see how his evening pans out.
Press the button again. God damn it.
He is like head deep in cake.
In cake.
In birthday cake.
And he's technicking out.
Yes.
Zomb, you are first in. Hello from Western Canada. Hello to yourself.
It threw me because it didn't. He messaged me, but it didn't have anything to do with like no Zom 210 or whatever. And I was like, "Is this the same guy? I don't know." But yeah, yes. As I said, as soon as I get them next week, I will sort it out. Or if I find any more, or they don't, whatever. We'll sort it out eventually.
Yeah. It'd be cool. Hi, Tony.
Evening.
Happy birthday to your mother. That's not gangster slang. That's a very serious comment.
Yeah, I was like,
it's like word to your mum. No, genuinely happy birthday.
Yeah, no, it was, yes. Lots of birthdays going on.
All sorts of birthdays. Hey, buddy. Hope all is well with you.
Hey, dude. How's it going?
Carlos, good evening to yourself.
The man, the legend.
Evening, Baz.
Another legend.
Yeah, another one.
So they'll come back when Aaron's back. If they hate me and Andy, as soon as Aaron comes back,
it could be. It could be.
I'm all right.
Oh, did you see, Aaron? Did you see the helmet Dark Lighting got? There's Lord Zed.
Yeah, the entertainers. They're doing the thing with Power Rangers. They did with like Star Wars a few years ago, like before lockdown. I think they buy like bulk lots of toys and stuff, don't they? Like they did it with Black Series.
They buy it all and then at some point have to offload it all at crazy prices.
But like they're throwing out some mega deals. Like those Turtle 2-pack figures, they were like 60 quid when they first got released. They're doing them for like £20, which is unreal.
Unheard of. Hello, Les.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good toys. Hey man. Hopefully, looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Hello, Kieran, mate.
Yo.
Getting down it. Aaron, hey, man. We'll be seeing you at Kempton on Sunday. Hey, man. Will we see the suitcase at Kempton on Sunday? We don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
See. Good evening, one and all. Just going to point out September spawned the coolest kids. That makes me think that maybe it's also Brad's birthday.
It has been Brad's birthday. But there's been loads in the last week pop up.
Yeah. Everyone knows July is the month, but that's fine. Whatever.
October's a month.
The Halloween month, the scariest month.
Vadertron.
And he was telling me Vadertron's stuck in America because of a hurricane or a storm or something.
Yeah.
Is it Hurricane Ian? There's about 17 going on at the moment.
Talking about
Ian, he said. Yeah.
Talking about Hurricane Ian, we got words with a certain Ian. Dan knows.
Oh yeah. He came in like a wrecking ball. We'll talk about that in a minute. Hi, Darren.
Hope
you're well. Dave, evening to yourself. Let me know, Dave, if are you coming to Kempton on Sunday? No worries if not, but if you are, I'll bring those mask instructions with me. If not, I'll hold on to them.
Mask.
If not, we'll burn them and send you a video.
If not, I'll throw them in the river. Stu, hello, my friend. Hope all's well. I know you've been busy. We've not seen you for too long, man. Be good to see you soon. Retro Shed, evening.
Evening.
Hey, man.
Benny boy, evening to yourself. It's Leslie's birthday next week. That's a subtle hint that we all need to buy her a present. She's also
October, though.
She's a spooky dooky October birthday.
The fact that she's an October birthday means she's a legend. But isn't it enough that she's tuned in to the three of us on a Wednesday night?
Well, as like a birthday gift, that feels much more like a punishment to me. But we'll find her something. We'll find her something spooky for her birthday. Toy shows. We have got toy shows. We've been to some toy shows, and we've got more coming up.
We did have quite an empty space. There's in the summer months. There's nothing going on.
There is some going on. There's some going on, but yeah, the start and the end of the year.
Yeah,
are the mega ones. No, Aaron. Unfortunately, not. Train strikes have messed everything up. I was planning to go to Echo Live on Saturday. I mean, a true fan would start walking now. I'm just saying.
Train strikes are awful.
If I could queue up to see the Queen for 72 hours, then you can walk to Echo Live, Aaron.
You didn't queue up to see the Queen.
No, I wouldn't queue up for 7
just want to him with his suitcase walking up the M40.
Uber it. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. Anyone want to pick Venture up for America? Flying back for Kempton Toy Fair, event of the season. Hello, Paul. Good evening, guys. Good to see you, Tro. I'm knackered. My battles with Ken are killing me. So, if any of you guys, I'm sure you all do, follow Toy Scavenger. If you don't, then you need to. And also Back to the Toys. Our friend Ken. Ken and Paul have gone in on a rather spectacular toy haul. I mean, it really is. It's excellent.
Crazy, absolute craze.
There is some really good stuff in there, but they're having fun doing the classic. Okay, well, what do you get and what do I get? Do you base it on the coolness? Do you base it on the value? Do you base it on the sellability? Whatever it may be. But
surely you just draft that baby.
Well, no, I'm sure that's what I have done. I mean, speaking purely Hasbro's, you go like, well, here's the Series 11s.
Each gets one Series 11, like
all of that. So I know they've been having a lot of fun.
What is that? Yeah. But they could also just be fighting to the death. We don't know.
It may be. Well, if we don't see Ken by the end of today, we'll assume that he's dead. But that can't. No, I don't want that because he's got something. He's got something that I want. And if he did die, that would be. Yeah, that would be a.
I mean, in Thumb Wars, they're just having Thumb Wars, like best of 3. Yeah.
Cornish Chippy.
So just quickly before you go on there, do you remember that the toy game with the blue and the red wrestlers, and they do that, and then one of the heads popped up. That's how they determine which toy goes to where.
Robots. That's a Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Robots. That's it. If they can't decide, right, let the robots decide.
Yeah. The most budget version of Robot Wars you've ever seen. Two grown men with Rock'em Sock'em robots. He's my action figure. I saw him first. I said to we saw the video, and I said to I mentioned on Instagram, they've got a I think Paul ended up with it, but it's the Galoob WCW Lex Luger, but it's got his chains, and the chains are like rare. And Ken said he almost threw them away because if you didn't know what they were, it looks just like a bit of off-cut plastic. Yeah. But no, that's worth more than most of the figures put together. So yeah,
I just got while they're doing that, the complete other end of London, I just got this feeling of just Hamesh just sitting there, just like. With Ken just about to throw this accessory in the bin, and like Hamesh is like, there's something wrong going on. There's the servants in the pool.
I tagged Hamesh in it and said, "Do not let Hamesh hear you say that." And he jumped on and was like, "Oh!"
Sits bolt right up in bed, like, "Oh, something's wrong."
You're right, babe. Oh, someone was about to destroy Lex Luger chains. What? Cornish Chippy. Good evening, my friend. And Colin, yes, good evening, Colin. I will look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Always.
Yep, and I will deliver Aaron's gift. Well, not gift, Aaron's purchase. I've still got it.
And I can rest easy. How you doing, Ken?
Oh.
I didn't put some weird hex on him. Maybe he died. So yeah, it's good to see you, Ken. We're just bigging up. So yeah, back to the toys and Toy Scavenger all over it. All over it.
Can you come to Kempton?
Yeah, let us know if you come to Kempton, dude.
And Paul as well. Toy Scav, are you coming?
Yeah. Good to see you guys. Let's. Dan has a cameo appearance in Scott's recent video that actually proves he's a nice guy. Well, I have to expand on that. I've not watched it. I didn't know I was in it.
I don't think I've seen him put up. I mean, I'm so behind on bloody YouTube, but I don't think I've seen Scott. Unless it hasn't popped up with his Sandown one. It must be Sandown.
There was a moment at Sandown, and maybe Scott got it on video, that I was thinking about tripping a toddler up. I really was thinking hard about it, and I might have said out loud, "Oh, I'm gonna trip that toddler up," but then I went, "You know what? I'm not gonna do that." And maybe that's what he means. That was quite nice of me, to be fair. I didn't.
That's really nice of you. You're such a swell guy.
Hey, not all heroes wear capes.
True.
Yeah, you do need to come down to Kempton, man. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. We're going to talk about it, but it's like there's an absolute barrage of ours guys, Toy Division-y kind of guys selling, like basically all of us. So it'd be cool. It's going to be a good hang, whatever. And I've got some cool new stuff. Like legit, I've been going through my actual personal stuff and getting rid of it. I've got some stuff to show you that I'm getting rid of because I've never actually showed anyone. So there you go, 29th of October. That's close to yours, isn't it, Aaron?
Is that Aaron's birthday? Yeah.
No, but a fellow Scorpio.
Don't know what I am. Oh no, I do. What am I? April. Taurus.
You're a Sub-Zero. Retro Ghetto, good evening, gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Andy's looking particularly handsome this evening. Well, isn't he just? That's the new haircut in it, mate.
Mate, I finally got a haircut and a beard trim. I went in and the guy that I go to looks like that big nasty guy. He looks like him. He's like a Kurdish version. But every time I see him, he's just like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Look at your hair. Sit down." And he just throws me in and just, I don't know what he did. But yeah,
I think that's 70 quid.
No, he's a good guy. It's like 15 quid. But he took off a lot of hair.
He did. That's good. Looks good, mate. And can I just say, 100% people get on board with watching. Again, I'm sure most of you do, but Retro Ghetto's vlogs are excellent. And actually, before coming on, I watched the most recent one that went up today. Where, I mean, talk about cliffhanger ending. I'm not going to ruin it.
I'll be watching it after this.
It almost annoyed me. It was that much of it was a good cliffhanger. You're just like, oh, but there's a lot of filling of the room. The 3.0 gaming paradise. It's really, really good. Some really cool stuff in there. Well, it annoyed me, and I felt this in my heart that Callum was taking apart an old Billy bookcase because it was put together wrong, and someone had glued all the pegs in. Glued all the pegs into an IKEA bit of IKEA. I mean, almost the entire point of IKEA is you don't need to like permanently fix it all together. It's just someone glued it all together, and it. I mean,
that's someone being extra safe. I don't think I've got a Billy bookcase looking at me. It's all right.
Yeah, but there's no safe. It doesn't do it to glue the dowling pegs in. It's just an outrage.
Yeah, no, that's also it takes too long, right?
Yeah. Well, it's just pointless. It means you can't do anything with it. Anyway, that was annoying. But thank you also for the shout out. A nice little cheeky Toy Division shout out, which I really enjoyed. Watch it. Watch the video. Watch all the videos. But it's taking shape.
How many times does he flick the lights on and off in this video?
There's a couple of light moments. In fact, there's
the neon lights going across the.
There's a genuinely excellent. Just
okay.
It's interesting.
It's on the watch for after this.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the next couple because I want to see the not the end result because it's an ongoing process. But anyway, yeah. Well, I think I'm just going to jump to the bottom and then go back up. Did Ken and Paul pick up any Hasbros? They absolutely did. They picked up a lot of Hasbros.
Colin could complete his set, I think, including
2 of each green cards. So, yeah. Although don't be one of them. I've got my eye on Colin. So.
Battle of the Wallets.
Battle of the Wallets. Yeah. So what it looked like. Let's say it looks like one of the figures that the guys picked up is a Series 11 Yokozuna, which in itself is a relatively rare figure. I think it's a Series 11. Doesn't matter, but it's been signed by Yokozuna.
No, it's the red and black one.
No, it's the red and black. Sorry, red and black.
Dan, Jesus, come on.
Whatever, man.
Anyway, Hasbro's are overrated. Get over it.
Hasbro's are overrated. They're overpriced, that's for sure. But yeah, it's been signed by.
Get the minis out, guys. I want to see what minis they found. I've been teased, but apparently there's loads of minis.
Got to get the minis out. You know, Andy, you got to give Andy some love some first let love with the minis. You know, he's a minis guy. He's a small man who likes small things. Yeah.
Mini by man, mini by nature.
He's a mini schnauzer. There we go. He's always looked handsome. He's got a self-portrait. Andy, do you know what that's referring to? The self-portrait in the attic?
No.
It's a character called Dorian Gray, who maintains permanent young features while his picture in the attic grows old. And if the picture in the attic is destroyed, then he goes all Last Crusade.
Okay. No, I didn't know that. But I do. Even Claire was like, "Jesus, you look a lot younger."
You do, yeah. Nearly ripped Doink from the bag. Yeah, they got a baggy Doink as well because there was some that came, were like promotional or sold via magazines and stuff. But you should come down to Kempton, man. See you get along. Paul's hoping to got to drop a few things off. Yeah, it'd be cool to see you guys.
Definitely. Turn it into an event, man.
Yeah, I sold Scott the Crypt Keeper. I did sell him the Crypt Keeper. Yeah, I did sell him the Crypt Keeper. Although I haven't had that for that long. I bought that off Grant at the last Kempton, but it was.
I flipped it, baby. Made that money.
Yeah, well, I did. I actually sold it for exactly what I paid for it, but it was. It's.
How dare you flip anything?
It's no. I'm trying to cut down on stuff. What can I say? But no, yeah. I'm glad. I hope it's gone to a good home. He does love the Crypt Keeper. Hello, Brendan.
Hello.
Hello. Evening. All in the chat. Sorry. For some reason, I went straight to tie-dye. I don't know why.
He's just tie-dyeing while he's in the chat. It's fine.
That's fine. Tie-dye away. Been talking right about the minis. Oh, Rye's in there. Look, Rye's right in there.
Rye's already been sneaking.
Rye knows a lot more than I do, so fair play. I just want to see them. I just want to see them.
Rye is the mini king, and he's the mini prince. Yeah. If you're enjoying this live stream, please hit the like. Yeah, you can hit the like button. You haven't got to, man. It's your.
Don't have to.
It's your life. You do what you want. It's all good. So we talk about some toys?
Nah.
Yeah, can I suggest you talk about Totten, because I wasn't allowed, I couldn't go, so I want to see what you both picked up, if that's okay.
Totten was good.
Yeah.
That was very good. Yeah, really nice. Good to see. It's under new management, so it was nice to see. Nice to see a lot of sellers there as well. The whole sort of. It's not a big room for Totten, but it's everywhere was filled with Toyota.
It's in the same place, right? The same building.
Yeah, it's still in the same place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It was nice. Good selection. So Bugsy Boys, Ben and Sam, and
Jim.
Sorry, Jim. I apologise.
Jim ain't watching, but Jim was awesome.
Might be. Hilarious. So yeah, jumping straight in with some pickups. But guys, seriously, recommend checking out Totten Toy Fair. It is it's one to watch.
It's going to get bigger, I think. Like there's it's still growing, but it's there's some really good night. There's like Sue and Sarah. But Surah Toys were down there, and the Fig Mountain table, and Ian Vintage Toy Monster is selling down there. There's some good stuff.
So from talking about Fig Mountain, he had 2 bootleg Black Series.
They're rubbishly brilliant. Or brilliantly
they're awful. Look at the hips. These hips don't
lie.
Hey, those hips don't lie. Oh man, triple threat match there.
So
okay, yeah, they're terrible.
Shakira. So yeah, absolutely disgustingly awful. They actually have power buttons on the back, and you can see it on the Stormtrooper, but there's actually like a light there,
which is supposed to
turn on, I guess. But
and signify
that this is a light up Stormtrooper, and it's not actually a Stormtrooper. So, but this guy, I don't know. It's just they're awful, but they're great at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway, what Aaron wastes his money on, but I did pick up a official Black Series from Fig Mountain as well. We've got Jinner, so there. Also has a little pistol, which is good.
Nice.
So, no Andor spoilers for anyone in the chat.
Is it actually good?
I'm not going to watch it because it's rubbish. I've heard.
I've got no interest in it, but is it good? Is it not?
All I'm saying is I understand why they decided to release 3 episodes at once last week, because 2 of them were like a real hard slog. But tonight's episode was actually really good, and it did something that I've actually kind of wanted from Star Wars, which is like Star Wars. They've always got the big bad Empire, but there's reasons why people must like the Empire, and it kind of delves into that. You know, like the people are just happy to live their lives.
It's like always Aaron's justifying his love for UKIP. I know he doesn't love UKIP. I'm just mucking around. But there's reasons people side with the Empire, man. They make some pretty good points. They got some pretty good points. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people just
I do.
to prosper that kind of let this stuff happen.
Well, It's never. It was always originally certainly just like bum bum, but it's like there is enough people that side with that, but you never ever see that side of life. You just see
they were just quite happily living their lives, and it's like, oh, by the way, the people you supported had a big Death Star. Did they?
Yeah, we didn't know that. We thought it was a happy star.
Yeah. But anyway, talking about big bad empires, I picked up the Black Series Dark Trooper.
Now you got to get 10 more. Sorry, 11 more.
Yeah, I know, right? Not those picante prices.
That's from Mandalorian, is it? Or
yeah, that's from the Mandalorian.
Okay. They're quite cool.
So yeah, they're. I like the way he's got like kind of like a shotgunny looking.
Yeah.
I don't know why, just kind of like Terminator style.
Yeah, it does look like a pretty badass gun, to be fair.
Yeah, the gun is very Terminator-y. It's cool.
So, but he looks like he's wearing like a American football shoulder pad set here.
They just remind me of Iron Man. I don't know.
But it was good to see these in the in there, because this is like an expanded universe kind of figure that's made its way into mainstream Star Wars.
I think at a glance they look a little bit more like, you know, the Lego when I did the big build-em figures.
Oh, not Technic.
But yes,
Bionicle.
Yeah, the Bionicle ones. I've got a couple of the Grievouses. They're pretty cool. I mean, this is obviously, but just because the way that the joins are together.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a cool figure. It's nice.
Happy with that. That's what counts as a deluxe now for Hasbro. So that was £33.
Yeah.
Which is,
you paid £33 for it.
Yeah, I know, right? But that's actually a good price compared to some I've seen. So I think when they first came out, they were hitting near the £40 mark. So
is that the new Black Series, or that's a different section?
This is what they call deluxe. So
right,
Black Series Deluxe.
It's supposed to be the same scale, though, right?
Pretty sure I've seen a meme like this as well.
but it's supposed to be the same scale. Those Dark Troopers are much bigger. Yeah,
they're 6-inch scale, but they're obviously bigger than 6-inch. Yeah. Let's keep all the jokes clean here, people. There's children watching.
Yeah.
Right, talking about Sura toys.
Just to whip in here, because she's doing off. Quick pop in is working late. We will indeed see you at Kempton. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, indeed. It's good to see you at the weekend.
So big shout out to them. I picked up this lovely bag of Mantiforce.
Oh, nice.
So I got the shipper and like a base set, like a base, but I really don't know what I'm missing, what I'm not. So
the glory of Mantiforce. It's like Zoids. It's never complete.
Never ending.
But what an underrated toy line. Like
Mantiforce is a great toy line.
I don't know if that's supposed to clip onto, or it's just a little digger or something. But yeah, them. There's other little things like this little jet thing here, and there's loads of. I'm not going to get them all out, but you can see there's loads of the little people in there as well.
They look like the ships that would go in that big silver one, or like big white one.
Yeah, well, I've got that. I picked that up from a boot fair. So and it had some ships with it, but it was missing some as well. So that's great. She did it for an absolute great deal. So I don't know if Sarah's watching, but Sue did it for, she has £6 on it, but did it for £3 because she's an absolute legend.
just grassing her up.
Yeah, I know. But if Sarah is watching, then she charged me £10. She's an absolute.
Fair enough.
Drives a hard bargain.
Drives an extremely hard bargain, and that was my Totten pickups. And Super Brad in the chat sent me a little package. Brad's always well known for sending little packages to us.
Brad's well known for his package.
Yeah. So in the little package, it contained a VHS Power Ranger.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Island of Illusion. Which is nice. It's got the whole. Not many of them came with the whole squad on there, so there's that. But this is pretty cool. Power Ranger nice. Gym bag.
Right, that is cool. Power Ranger gym bag.
Please start using that when you go to the gym. That'd be amazing.
You won't get bullied at all taking that down the gym. They'll know you mean business.
Oh mate, imagine doing that and then just bench pressing unreal amounts
in your Power Ranger shorts.
In my power. I'm gonna wear my Green Ranger helmet.
Yeah.
Have my dragon dagger attached to me.
Well, you can. I've got a package from Brad for you that I think I must have had for like 6 months.
Do you know
now.
how many times Brad keeps messaging me saying, "Have you seen Andy yet?"
You would have had it on Sunday, but I couldn't go because I had to work. But this Sunday, as long as nothing happens, you'll get it.
Yeah, got that.
Guys,
so super.
Get ready to sing "Happy Birthday." There he is.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Pirate Gaddy.
How are you doing, my friend?
How's it going, boys?
All right.
Going very well. How are you?
I tell you what's a sad indictment of one's life is when it's their birthday evening and they've got nothing better than to go, should probably go on Toy Division. Nothing better to do. Nothing.
That is both a real compliment and one of the most insulting things I've ever heard in my life. So thank you very much.
Yeah. My wife's in work. Don't ask what she does at this time of night. And my son's in bed. I was just like, just sort of drinking beer on my own. Sad.
Happy birthday to you. Right, let me get through his comments. They've definitely got some of those dudes. The two guns for shower I've seen in their pile. So yeah, speak to Ken and Paul for those. Ed is from Belgium. He is Belgique.
Is that a thing, Belgique?
Is Belgique a thing?
It's Belgian.
Yeah.
Belgique, but in Belgium. Yeah, just awful. I know you were talking about those bootleg figs, but I'm going to assume you were talking about Endor. No, the entire Star Wars expanded universe. Bootleg, but they do like they got saddlebags. They got some big old hips. Callum's with with Aaron, freedom fighter. It's true. Keeping it real, keeping the peace. Aaron is the Empire. He is Empire 113. Good evening, Vic. We will be seeing Vic at the weekend on Sunday. I believe we will.
Oh, is Vic coming on Sunday?
Yeah.
She's
Unbelievably, officially, that's the second time I've ever met Vic.
There you go.
I don't know her out too much.
It's going to be a bonanza. I need to get through. I get through some pickups because we got to talk about. Dark Troop reminds me of Micronaut Baron Karza. Yeah, I like Micronauts. I like the vehicles. Another one. Yeah, a couple of notes for that.
Do you like At the Drive-In song Cosmonaut?
I do. I like At the Drive-In. So I was listening to the new Mars Volta album the other day. It's fine.
I didn't know there was a new Mars Volta album.
Brand new Mars Volta album out, both Cedric and Omar. So it's.
I'll dip in.
Yeah, dip a toe in, mate. It's no deloused at the
Comatorium,
which is what my favourite Mars Volta album. Or
get to the. Wait,
yeah.
Andy, is that an effing? Stop myself. Is that a Red Bull or a beer?
It's a beer.
Brad, you legend.
It's a beer, sir.
It's a beer. So happy birthday. I'm not going to say everyone say happy birthday to Ryan. That's why he came on. Rookie numbers. Get some numbers. I'm gonna quickly blast. Have you done? Is that your pickup?
I believe Master Dan has decided I finished.
No. If you're not done, go.
I am done.
It's because Ryan was sitting backstage. I didn't want him to sit backstage for much longer. God damn.
Master Dan, is it okay if Aaron shows another toy?
No, he's done.
Right, guys, it's been great seeing you. I'll see you later.
He's done. He's gone. He's off.
I'm off.
Right. See you on Sunday, Dick.
I didn't see your pickups because I was waiting.
It was in
go through it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Power Rangers.
Yeah.
More Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Have a guess what else you got?
VHS Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yes. Star Wars.
Wait. Do show them the bootleg Star Wars because these are funny. Look how rubbish these are. Look at the legs on them.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I think you've seen this because you said steel, which I'm assuming was to that.
Yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah.
Absolute steal. The good old
So there you
Surah.
Yeah, right.
So at Tottenham, at Totton on Sunday, what did I get? I can't even remember. Nothing good. Tiny X-Files Titan. Quite fun, isn't it? Whatever.
Do you mind if I jump in just for 1 second, Dan?
Please.
Do you have curls?
No, my hair, I had it all up and I put it down and now it's got like, I'm cutting it all off, mate.
Well, when you say, yeah, but they are curls, even if you didn't mean them to be, they're sort of like...
Yeah, they've gone like ringlety.
I guess they are.
Somewhat Hasidic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like Prince Valium.
Prince Valium.
Prince Valium, yeah. And his faithful steed,
Carry on.
Tori. Right, that's God from the Preacher show. Pretty cool.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's where it was from. Okay.
Yeah, from Preacher. But that's I like them little Titans. They do some cool stuff.
Great TV show.
Yeah. This was my kind of like good pickup. You guys may remember, probably not, but a while ago I picked up Smash, the Jack's Demolition half from Duncan at a toy fair.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I've got to find Axe now." Never thought it would happen. And then Axe
Oh, you did get it.
was in a box at Totton, but it was him and Smash, and the dude had put the trousers on Axe and the jerkin on Smash, and I said, "Can I be a pain?" and I did. I gave him. He wanted I think 30 for the pair, and I gave him 20 for the one if it had both the items, which I'm actually happy with. So I have now Axe and Smash from this particular demolition. There we go. That's pretty cool.
That was a nice.
Crush isn't in this particular set. It's just a turban.
That was a nice little double team toy hunt through that box. Me and Dan.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say. I think it was Aaron that went, "You like these guys, didn't you?" And I went, "Ooh," because that was the one I actually needed. So.
And then we tag team through that box.
Yeah,
like the filthy animal it was.
Looking for there was lots of wrestlers in that. On the wrestler, I'll show you this from a. Just I think it's cool. I picked some up for Andy, which I'm not going to show because it's his. But how cool are these hand-printed vintage Toy Monster paper bags?
I'm not talking about them.
Very good.
I liked them.
Are they just
What's
Yeah.
What's the thing with the bags, Aaron?
It's just the vintage Toy Monster. Absolutely dumb.
Oh right, we'll talk about that in a second.
What happened?
Nothing. I am also going to say
I am really over exaggerating this. I absolutely love Ian, so don't.
Ian's the best. Just because we're talking about it, these came.
Oh yeah.
Which
you haven't opened them yet?
Yeah, I bought 2 sets because I'm an idiot. So that one's staying in my loft. So this is what they are. The Mattel Retro 4-pack, Series 2. The quality assurance has gone out the window, boys. They simply don't care anymore.
I saw so many. Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. Either. Yeah.
People raging.
Oh yeah, big time, because they're like, "Oh my god, this is terrible," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's Mattel, and they're kind of cheap." But so you got Bret the Hitman Hart, who sort of, I guess, looks like Bret the Hitman Hart.
But then isn't that the thing with Hasbro's? They didn't look really like the character.
No, but like, look at Mouth of the South.
Hey, he's banging.
Is he, mate? Could his hands be any chunkier? Look at his big old sausage fingers.
Is that the
He looks like Jimmy Beadle or Jeremy Beadle.
Jeremy Beadle. He's got 2 big hands. He's anti-Beadle.
So, mate, Jeremy Beadle's hands nowhere near that size.
No, not even. He had a normal sized one and a withered one, not 2 giant ones. You weirdo.
Nowhere near.
But the small one made the other one look massive.
I guess so. This is the best. This is the pick of the bunch. And a Jim the Anvil. A wiggly wiggly.
Fun.
Yeah, a Jim the Anvil. That actually in the Heart Foundation.
What have they said that move is? What's
well,
his
if you put the hands up, you can put someone in it and ping them.
Oh, okay,
makes sense.
So like throw them sideways or whatever. And then the last one is Nikolai Voltov. I'm not going to do the kick because it's annoying to reset, but it's pretty cool. Although
do the kick.
I don't even know how to do the kick. Just have to kick. But like, what you could have made a removable hat.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. Rubbish. I'm kind of going
talking about kicking toys. You know that footballing Raph TMNT toy I've got?
Yes.
The leg's gone on it now. It literally, on the shelf, just went ping, and just all I heard was all this toy crashing and stuff. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Yeah.
Did you buy off Bugsy's?
No, this was and Toys and Models. This one came from.
And his Toys and Models.
Yeah, but you've had that for a good few years now.
I'm about to say, to be fair, I've had it for like years.
Trust Andy's Toys and Models. I've never seen a model. He talks about models a lot. Never seen one. Always toys.
Remember that plane? That was a model plane that I sold at Kempton a few shows back.
Basically gave it away. So the reason that Aaron is ripping on in the Vintage Toy Monster is obviously light-hearted is because I'll make this small for this. So while we were at Totten, I was outside and Aaron was inside. And what happened, mate?
So I was talking to him. We were about to leave, and he was like, "Oh, there's another toy fair happening just down the road." I was like, "Intriguing." So I was like, "Yeah, where is it?" And literally, it was like one junction off the motorway. Like it was super easy to find. So no problem. We're like, "Oh, we'll go check it out." And he was like, "Yeah, it's one of those ones you want to check out." I found Thundercats there. I bought a big shoebox full of vintage Star Wars with all accessories there. And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And he was like, "If I wasn't here selling, I'll be there looking for toys." And I was like, "Oh yeah." So we drove there, told these guys, we found it, we Googled it, we were like, right, we're on the way. It was just dinky and trains.
I mean, it was literally it was a college sports hall full of trains and cars. It was
It was.
You can't always expect gold. You've got to.
The thing is, I've never had. All jokes aside, like we kind of knew what we were coming to, but it was just a funny kind of. Yeah, it was like a sea of plastic gold when you go there, and there was nothing.
We also got some proper funny looks walking in because
I was just about to say that. You ever walked into like a local pub
that
you've never been into before, and the whole room just stops. The music cuts out. Everyone stops drinking, and they all just look at you as you walk through the door.
Yeah, if they were sitting down, you'd have heard the sound of 1,000 chairs. Well, no, 1,000 wasn't that big. 100 plastic chairs scraping backwards. But Aaron, I did because I got desperate and panicked. I bought this stupid thing. Look at that!
I love it. I genuinely love it.
It's massive, isn't it?
That's mad.
I think it's awesome.
It's the Gorgon, the Gorgon from Action Man. It's like when Action Man tried to go space and compete with He-Man.
Well, that was at the Dinky Toy Fair.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, there was a guy that had some Action Man stuff and some Star Wars figures that looked like he'd taken a sander to their face, and that was on his desk.
Dude, that's amazing.
It's stupid, isn't it?
Awesome.
It was
100% going to sell it. Sorry.
To be fair though, there was one.
I've already claimed Ryan. Get back in your box.
There was one bargain that was right up Ben's street. And he picked it up, and we all looked at it and went, "That's actually a really good deal." It was like a massive box of Lego, but it was all like complete and everything, all built. So you actually saw that it was like complete
And Aaron, and because we spoke about it, that Ian is right. It is the sort of place that you could walk in and people who are selling like cars and tin toys and trains would be like, "Oh, I've got this stuff, but I don't care about that." So you would get a good deal if you.
I always talk about when I picked up that yak face from that toy. Basically, it was exactly that. I went to a toy fair with my dad, and it was exactly the same as that fair we went to. It just one guy just had those couple of figures sitting on his shelf.
Yeah.
20 quid for a yak face. I was like, yes, please. So it's just one of those, like, if we drove 30 miles in the wrong direction to go there,
I would have been annoyed.
We'd be fuming.
I'd have been punting this Gargan out the window on the M3.
But the fact that it was just on the way back, like we went with the Bugsy boys, it was
fun. It was good.
It was funny. It was just like the way as soon as we got there, we looked at it and was like, "Oh no!"
I mean, we almost didn't go in.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
Holy F. Hilary Duff and myself.
Young Easy, Benny King. There we go. Happy birthday to Rye.
I mean, come on.
Me getting slaughtered from Kieran as always. It's good.
Oh, Dan, I know you the other two don't care. What do you think about the new Hellraiser teaser?
I'm really looking forward to watching it. I hope it's going to be good. I hope it's. I mean, it looks like it's closer to the Barker vision, and I'm down.
Yeah,
with
good
that.
Voice though, isn't it?
I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've seen the full teaser. I saw stills from it, I think.
Oh, you need to watch the full teaser.
I'll watch it after this. Yeah. The models part of Andy's Toys and Models is look at that haircut. Look at that dude. Do you not think he looks exactly like Pat
Butcher?
Pat
yeah.
Butcher.
Pat Butcher. Pat McAfee from wrestling fame.
I don't know what that is.
With that haircut.
All right, Google.
No, I mean, I just jumped out of the shower, so it's a bit fluffy, but like, yeah.
If I could switch faces, any of you three, plus the Bugsy Boys, it would be Andy.
You do what, sorry?
If I could switch my face with any of you three, plus the Bugsy Boys, I'd choose your face, Andy.
There you go.
Oh, that's a bit weird, but thanks.
Not
again.
It's kind of like an odd, like, insult plus kind of funny.
How's that an insult? Andy, give me a face.
Would you do it? Would you do it Nicolas Cage face-off style or Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre style? Does Andy have a choice in the losing of the face?
He's just got a good face on him, hasn't he?
It's quite a.
Yeah, we stop with the face. I'm getting nervous. Can we stop?
It's a friendly face. He's
I
got
don't
a
the
friendly
rest of
face.
it, just the face.
He's got a friendly face, which hides a lot of rage.
I don't want to be a fucking borrower, but I'll take the effing. Sorry.
Fires all goes west. The Gorgon.
It is great. The Gorgon is really good.
Zombie like the trains. Listen, there's not genuinely nothing against all that sort of stuff. It's just not what we particularly collect. It's all good. Horses for courses. The chandelier earrings. That's the Pat Butcher.
He smuggled his bag. He was just on Sea Moils a minute ago.
He was on the wrong account. Speaking of Andy and his glorious face, soon to be the science of a lamb's face transplant. Andy.
Yes.
Show me what you got.
This guy.
Yeah, you have to give that. You have to give that at some point.
I picked up two things that I'm really happy with actually. One was
Andy,
Facebook.
you know you do have to show that guy though.
I did last time.
Oh, I didn't want.
Okay, it's fine. It's weird how much he loves that.
It's great.
Great, it's amazing.
Are you guys like doing it on purpose to make me to make me feel bad about selling it?
Fantastic.
I love it. Claire hates it. I love it.
Oh, well, that makes it even better.
Yeah. It's going to fall off the table. No. Okay. Yeah, so I got that guy. But yeah, so this week I got the Facebook group, which I was very, very surprised and happy to get this. It's because it's something I didn't have. But Battle Beast Bandolier, which to my surprise has every strap intact, like they're not broken or anything. Which I was very surprised. And you got your little box for your weapons.
Battle box.
Battle box indeed.
Cool.
Put little snacks in there.
Does it fit, Andy? Can you go around your waist?
No.
Can you wear
remember, you get the body with the face. That's it.
I can wear it like that. It'd be like a necklace, like Mr. T's.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Boom. But like, yeah, I got a couple of weapons, which is cool. The Pirate Lion sword always goes down well. The bird, colonial bird, and a few extra beasts that won't fit in it. Yeah, so that was. I don't use the Facebook groups that often, but I was very, very happy to get this.
Is that an official thing, Andy?
Sorry?
Is that like an official product?
Yeah. This was.
I've never ever seen that before.
I don't know if you've ever see it at the back. 1987 Hasbro.
That is awesome.
Right, I was trying to pry one off someone that was selling one in America because it was boxed and it came with the triple threat snake, and I was trying to pry it off him for like 18 months to get Andy for his birthday, but basically I just refused to send it overseas, and I found out afterwards that Andy was having the same conversations.
I was having the same conversations with the guy saying,
oh, really?
please, can I get, and I was like, I'll find an address in America. no, I'll only send it to the PayPal address, which is registered, which was an English one. And I was like, but yeah.
What makes it a bit of a joke is it's like, I suppose it validates it and is annoying. It's like, it wasn't 20 quid, mate. It was like several £100s, and you're like, man, you'll get your money anyway.
Yeah, it's like you're going to get paid one way or the other. But yeah,
honestly, it must be so nice to get like great presents for your birthday, though. That's really cool.
Yeah, would you?
It's almost like when you don't tell anyone it is your birthday, nothing happens.
Secrets.
It's weird, that, isn't it?
And then this thing was this is a bit of a random one because well, let's just say I was on eBay after some coffees and found this, and I got offered it for a ridiculous price after watching it for about 2 weeks. So I was like, okay, I now have this guy.
For it. I got the same deal and I didn't go for it because I was like, I wonder if they sent that to Andy as well.
Look at that.
Oh, that is incredible.
It's ridiculous.
Look at the size of it.
I gotta see. I forgot to say he stuffed it so it didn't get squashed in the post. The seller was a super nice guy as well. All girl.
I was umming and ahhing about it, but then Dan's also tempted me with a certain Picante figure.
Oh,
so I didn't want to jump too much into it, and then I've obviously probably got sent the exact same offer that you did. And then it went straight away.
It's so
I was
good.
like,
it's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
It's so good.
So yeah, coffee helped me spend more money.
God, Andy, that is much bigger than I would have. I thought it was.
Yeah, no, it's a big
figure.
chap. Yeah.
Bloody hell, that's good.
Rocky
Yes,
Balboa action.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Family.
Oh
Like,
yeah, the Vin Diesel advert. Yeah, of course.
I can just see.
Wow.
Dave, you're killing me, mate. We give you toys every week. Every week we give you toys.
Hey, every week he gives us selfies. Get in your box, Dave.
Get in your box, Dave. But
I can't wait for Dave to come back. Dave's picked me up something which I am very, very, very excited to get. No one else will care. But
He's had
I'm
a
very
mad
excited.
trip. He's had a mad trip, that man.
Do you reckon Andy's going to be the Mr. Garrison from the South Park? Just that hand puppet's going to be on him for the rest of his life, just like just him at work with that hand puppet. Just like, should we go
imagine
catching up
Andy.
now, Mr. Shark?
Imagine Andy only does his sales through the shark from now on.
Because at all future toy events, how much is that? I don't know.
Oh, that one's
Someone asked the
£30.
The Shark's like, I am the captain now. Look at me, I am the captain.
It's incredible. Yeah, don't
Andy.
coffee on eBay, kids. Do not coffee on eBay.
Andy's facing big screen. You've made Callum's night. He is the Battle Beast show in the world. It's not, has he got the Battle Beast vehicles? Yeah, boy, he's got all the Battle Beast vehicles. You can see
Andy,
the
have you already brought up the
Falcon.
making more of your guides?
No, but Jason, no, like I was talking to him earlier, and I'm sending them. But yeah, people have actually asked me if the pictures in the book are all my collection or if I've Googled it, and I'm like, no, everything in there is mine.
all his.
It'd be pretty hard to Google all of those pictures to be the same.
Yeah,
No, I
the
think
same
you mean like
background,
the
Like the
different-
exact same
the
angles
vehicles
and
and stuff.
backgrounds.
Though. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so that's my pickup.
Yeah, so Andy's making more. You should buy one. There you go.
Everyone's loving the Street Sharks, even though it's not a competition, but that's fine. Thanks, mate.
Right, it is.
Cheers, Dave. You stay safe too with your 20-year expedition.
Aaron, I can't believe you passed it.
I know,
It's so good.
I know.
It's ridiculous. Right, have you got anything you want to bring to the table today?
Hey now.
Come on, Ryan, show us what
Does
you
this
got.
look like nothing?
It looks like a beer.
Okay, well, yeah, I've got some stuff as well.
You got some toys. All right. Yeah.
So I'm sure you all are aware of Trash Surprise by
Yeah.
So you basically pay and you get some cranks and get some random trash. And a lot of it is trash, and that's what I sort of love about it. But I brought on some like good bits that I think like shows it off. So you pay like 20 quid, you get 20 spins, whatever comes out, comes out. Now,
You know, I said I was going to try and do it right. It still wouldn't take my payment for some reason.
maybe he's run out.
No, because it was literally the day you put your thing up. The day before that, I was like, oh man, because someone else did it. Boggling Boss popped up, and I saw his one, and I was like, oh man, I really want to do this. I remember Ryan talking about it, but when I went to the payment bit, that could well be.
Maybe he hates you and your puppet.
But like, I mean, you can get stuff like this.
Yeah, that put me off.
You know.
How was that in one of the bubbles? I thought they were all in the bubbles.
Yeah, not great. And then
no, he opened up the bubble and it just had a type like wording cross.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, I've got these things."
Exactly that.
Right.
But then I did get, you know, the He-Man Revelations line. Like I got like one of the things is a bubble, and it goes to like Anne from Weakest Link's face, and then he does another drop, and I got like a Moss Man, which sort of covered the cost of the whole thing. It's just really fun. But like I got like really fun like recasts of some Beb.
Yeah, see, these are what I want these, and I know I wouldn't get.
Also clean,
That's
properly good. Clean, and got some stuff
fun guys.
And obviously he has. I've got £40 worth. So that's 40 different things. So I'm not sure. Yeah, man. When your kid's in hospital, you just and
spend all your money.
Yeah, pretty much. One of those.
Right. Kieran raises a good point. All crosses are anti-vampire. It's a redundant statement.
No. What if it's like this?
Well, that's true. Has to be the right way up. Yeah.
Oh.
So it
guys, my son is moving.
Paranormal activity.
He's turning into dad mode. Look at him.
Straight into dad mode. Is he all right? You go in?
Yeah. Kick me out.
All right. Jump back on. It's all going off in the right household. He'll be fine. It's all good. We haven't got kids. So until he comes back.
Oh, looks like you guys had a good day in Tottenham. I'm very jealous I couldn't get there.
Tottenham was fun, and I want to pimp Kempton a little bit. So this weekend coming.
I tell you what, when you get tired and bored of it,
Look, Paul raises a good point. He must be tagged in every street shot picture ever.
I'm tagging him in this. I'm tagging him in this one.
Too right.
What you should do is tag him in it with Rocky Balboa.
You should tag him in it with the tagline. It's all about family. It's about family. That's what it's about. This weekend, then on Saturday,
Sunday,
Duncan is putting on a new toy fair in Nebworth, which Robbo Toys is selling at, and some other sellers as well. But definitely
right. My geography's pants, as everyone well knows. Where the hell is Nebworth? It's far away, right, from us.
Near Stevenage. It's not that far.
Oh, okay.
Tell you, mate.
About an hour and a bit.
Oh, really?
You didn't go to Sonosphere, did you? So no. Sonosphere Festival that me and James Ryan went to. That's at Nebworth. Nebworth House.
From where I live, Andy.
Yeah.
It is about 42 miles. Less than an hour.
Okay, so less than NEC. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
For some, because when I saw Rob was doing that and doing Kempton, I was like, geez, that's a lot of driving. But actually, that's really not that bad.
Yeah, he just loves all that, doesn't he?
Yeah. Fair enough. Sorry, I took off conversation. Sorry.
Rye is back, but you've taken your jump back in and put your camera back on, mate, if you can hear me. So yeah, that's going on. There's something else going on Saturday. Is it Echo Live?
Echo Live is on. Yeah,
up
in Redditch.
In Redditch. There is also.
I just remembered there's something else I wanted to do while we were on it.
Everything cool?
All good.
Good. We're gonna jump back in to Rye's Trash to Prize. Although
there's loads of there's absolutely.
They go right. Christian has to do exactly the same thing as you, exactly the same time. Youngsters, mate, youngsters.
Mate, it's an absolute nightmare. My wife's at a work event until 1 a.m. So I had a lovely birthday where I sang myself happy birthday. Anyway,
Not
You know,
sorry.
you know what makes it sadder, mate? You recorded it and sent it to us. This man recorded himself singing happy birthday around his own cake.
And my son comes in and goes, "Can you just sing it?" And I go, "Yeah."
It's Daddy's birthday. Do you want to sing? No, you sing it. But do you want some cake? Yeah, I want some cake, Dad. What are you talking about?
Absolutely. So whilst not a recent pickup, I've had it a while, but I completely forgotten that I had it, and then I've been like sorting through boxes, and I forgot that I had like one of the Super 7 Ultimates TMNT figs.
Oh, nice.
It's
Such a good figure.
honestly, I don't like remakes of old figs if they're like the Ghostbusters. What's the point?
Yeah.
It's pretty much exactly the same. But these are like
Much bigger.
they're about there, right? The normal figs are about there. They're incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they're absolutely. So I've got this one, and I've got Muckman over on my shelf over there. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I think they're, for me, the best interpretation of old figs in a modern line out of anything I've seen, and it's like Super 7.
They're smashing it at the moment.
They're absolutely smashing it with these, especially with these.
Did you you got that Muckman when we was with you at Nerd Base, didn't you? Is that what you got?
Yeah, ages ago. And it's literally sat in a box. And only the other day did I. And what I quite like about it is they've got all of the pieces that go in his tummy in the old colors, but I've already put in. It also comes with colored in versions of these.
Brilliant.
So they're already in there. But I'm not sure. Obviously, the old mechanic of the original fig was that you could put water in there. Don't think that's quite the same with this. No. It's more of a display figure. But I love that they did like both, like an ode to the old, but they did the new. And the size of it is just, I think it's absolutely brilliant. Don't mention Muckman.
Hey, the saga's over. The saga is over.
I've got a bit of a Muckman for Dan on the weekend. So
amazing. You've got a big box. You've got a big box of Safubi Surprise for me as well, which I'm looking forward to.
No, you've got a big box of Safubi. Well, both, yeah.
Both have, yeah.
I can't believe how many brands, IPs, Super 7 actually can make toys for. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's mad.
So many.
Thundercats, Transformers, Turtles, Conan, WWF,
Willow,
Godzilla.
Big names.
But then I think they do like so well with certain like the Ultimate stuff with the TM. It's so well done.
Yeah,
they've got G.I. Joe,
like
He-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, those G.I. Joe Ultimates look fantastic.
Like the detail, I just think it's excellent.
I like them because they look like 2-up versions of the original figures, but just like better.
But they're so much bigger and so much better. I was really, really impressed. So I got this one first, and then I got the other one when we were all together. But like, I can't believe how good they are. Really,
I just don't like the price points.
Blown away, because obviously on the original figure, like all of these details were the matte singular color,
molded in. Yeah.
The mold color, but they've just gone all out. I think it's excellent.
I'd say those and several of the Master Universe classics, like my Modulock. The Modulock I've got, I think, is just excellent. When you're talking about modern style reworkings of originals, but they would take something to beat because they look so much like the Playmates, but better because they're bigger, which is better.
Yeah, and new.
And newer, yeah.
And then I'll skip ahead, and then I think potentially the best thing I've ever bought. I did.
It's a bold statement. We'll see if he's right. You're so good. It's just so good.
So what
is that?
I agree. It might be my favourite thing that you own, and we were debating about the price, right?
Also, what's annoying is like on this. I'm not sure what you're seeing, but I've got a crap laptop. So on my cam, it looks like quite a demure orange. In real life, it's like this, like really like dark yet bright orange.
That's brilliant.
I'm so pleased with it.
So, quick, Zombie, you talking about the Turtles figures? They're made by Super 7.
Super 7.
The figure that Rye is holding is made by a Maniac.
Look at the size of it.
That is huge.
It's massive.
It's massive.
Yeah.
Like, what's a normal figure? Okay, here's a Matchbox. Here's a Matchbox connector.
It's Mythic Legion's troll scale. It's massive.
It's insane. Okay. I couldn't believe when it popped up. So like people who like Sofubi and collect Sofubi, there's like excuse me, there's certain names that are just sort of like out of your reach if you're a normal person, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And I sort of was just searching Sofubi one day, and Planet X Asia, look them up. Look at Planet X Asia and how much they go for. And just that was just up one day. And I messaged the guy and I was like what's the minimum you'll go for? And he told me, and I was like, I messaged like Dan, because
I can't believe I was like, I can't believe it. Seeing it in your hand, I'm like, I'd have paid that and half again, mate.
Well, I think if you look it up, weirdly, it is worth double.
Oh yeah, easy.
Like sure. It's sold for. It was just one of those weird occasions. But I do like that it's like obviously a nod to He-Man.
King Kong,
just in a mad sort of original way.
There we go.
I mean, I like it. It's very strange.
It's just strange,
yeah. It might be the best thing you own. That wasn't hyperbole.
Exactly, Carlos. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
You could probably put that into like any sort of 80s toy line, and it will just fit. Like that will go with Thundercats. It will go with He-Man. It will go Dungeons and Dragons. Just any it just fits. It's got that aesthetic. That's the word I'm looking for.
And because it's so big, it's like you just put it at the back and stack figures in front of it, and it just looks. It just looks.
Or even like
right.
Battle Beasts. It will go like just like a big like ultimate.
King Beast or some shit.
Like some.
For me, it was very expensive. Like I don't like to spend that much, but it's one of those things where it's like, well, I'm obviously never going to sell that.
No.
Like ever. I'm never ever
again.
What's up to Ben? Big up, Ben. Great to see you.
I'm going to just quickly go and grab something. I'll be back.
And he's going to grab something. I'm going to answer his question real quick. Did I get my WWF? Wait, I did. Nikolai and Bret Hitman Hart and Jimmy. Yep, they're fine.
Did both packages turn up?
Yeah, man.
Oh, they did.
I got one day and then one the other, which makes a joke out of the fact that it only cost me $15 in postage. They must have lost money in postage.
That's crazy.
It's insane. Why would you send them together? We have a question, which I was going to ask. I do need to talk.
Can I ask Aaron a quick question?
Of course you can.
Yeah, go for it.
Because literally my friend's just messaging me now and saying, have I watched the new Halo series? Not really new anymore, but the new Halo series. Have you watched it?
No, I don't want to sound like I'm gatekeeping or all that, any of that trash, but I'm not interested in it. It's
so neither was I, especially when I heard like spoilers.
Yeah.
Off in like the second episode or something.
Yeah, it's completely the whole idea about that character is that he never so it doesn't matter who picks that game up. That character's you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I loved about it. It never took his helmet off. So I know there's a couple of comics that like show him when he was younger and stuff, but I don't know.
Well, one of the games shows him when he's younger in a trailer, but you never see his adult face.
No.
I think it's sort of, I'm with you. I think it sort of defeats the point.
I think.
Yeah. I've not seen it. My friend's asking me if I have. I'm like,
No, I'm not. They're making a series 2.
Are they?
Yeah, there's pictures of it. Film it in Iceland, which I assume. But it's
oh wow. Okay.
It's completely.
Yeah, fair enough.
You done with Halo?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have to be. I'm just just as I cut off every time I talk about cartoons, I'm just just spread it out there.
Well, what about? Can I also really quickly ask because about is anyone watching the new Lord of the Rings? No spoilers.
Now we're talking.
No.
5 eps, right? Overall, I'm just going to throw this out there. It's hit the point for me where I'm like, I'm 5 eps in, I think I care about maybe 3 characters, and how am I 5 eps in and pretty much nothing's happened.
I had the exact.
I loved it.
I love it, absolutely love it. I had the same conversation with Vic that we're nowhere further in the story from the end of episode 4 as we are at the end of episode 5.
100%.
It makes nothing's changed.
But also, there's only 8 eps in this series, so I'm like, what are we doing with these next 3 eps?
It kind of feels like the ending's just going to be like they all turn up.
I know, and then
that's it. And then it's season 2 time when they're all. It's like, no, you can't do that. But
it's like more Lord of the Ball, really, doesn't it?
Ben's obviously never seen Dating in the Dark, but that's fine.
I like it. I like it.
First Sight UK.
I don't know what I care about anymore.
What I'm glad is that it got a lot of flack when it was coming out.
Yeah.
And maybe some of it was justified. Maybe a lot of it wasn't justified. Mainly because people are so protective over that story. So I'm glad it's actually. I'm glad it hasn't flopped. I'm glad it just hasn't been like, oh my god, this is actually a train wreck.
It's incredibly well made. But the way I would put it is, if you were thinking about Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, and A Return, right? We are now nearly at the 3rd film and what's happened.
Yeah.
We've had the same amount of time as 1.75 of the films. I don't know. I really like it because I'm an absolute nerd with it. But
one of my best friends is a Tolkien purist, and he's on that group chat, and he's absolutely like mortified by it.
Is he really?
But I'm all down with the elves doing spinny shit to kill orcs. I'm all down. Do you know what I mean? Like over spinny flip heads.
Also, the squashing of the timeline. People are like, yeah, but that would. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. It's all right.
Can I just interrupt? I want to do something, but I don't think it's going to work. I'm now looking at my.
Get your top off. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
No, there was a thing I was going to do it earlier, but I'm trying to. All right, so Anthroman or Anaman, I have his stuff. Possibly thinking of selling. I've been asking people if they think it's good, legit, not.
It's legit.
Matt, Universal Collector, and Vintage Toy Rush have been trying to help me out. I still think I don't know. I think it is legit, but the last test I guess that I haven't done is the float test. Yeah. Like, this shouldn't float. This should sink.
Yeah.
I should have. I couldn't find a clear pot.
Oh, he's doing it live.
I'm doing it live.
Oh. I don't think it's going to work because it's too long.
So this is supposed to sink.
Yeah, but is it?
Yes, this isn't meant to float. This is meant to sink.
But is that from going straight down, or is it supposed to? You're supposed to lay it flat.
I don't have another clear tub. This is what I was thinking. I've done it wrong. I need to go get something bigger.
We'll pop it in there anyway. Let's just see if it.
I'm going to throw this out there.
It's not going to sink. It's not going to float.
I'm going to throw this out there, right? Andy, down the water, swallow the thing. If it comes back up, it's real.
There you go. If it passes through you, it's a witch.
It's a witch.
Mate, I can't drink this much water. It's too pure. It's not.
Actually, it'll be the worst thing. It will ferment the alcohol that's already in there.
Like ouzo.
Yeah.
Again, it's not going to work because this is just going to sit like that.
Stick it in the glass.
Just stick it in there. Come on, just do it.
Yeah,
It's hit the bottom.
That's a sinker, right?
That is a sinker, and that would, because it did that, it would sink if it was sideways or not. Look, it's sunk and it's tipped to the spread. It's real, mate.
That's a good thing.
It's supposed
meant to sink.
Okay, but also now it's in there.
Damage now.
Down.
No, I can't drink water. Are you crazy? But I will get it out. I will get it out the water though.
If it's good enough for Universal Collector, it's good enough for me, to be real.
Well, I'll do that again on Instagram and tag him in it. But
I think you're good, dude. I think you're good.
According to a well-known site, this is one that's meant to sink, not float.
The guns and certainly the smaller pistols, they're supposed to float, I believe. But that one is.
I'm actually quite relieved because I honestly haven't done that. I was like, oh, let's just do it now.
I'm quite
Again, the coffee's talking to me.
Add a 0. Add a 0, mate.
Paul, out of 10, I'd give those retros a solid 5, maybe 4.5. They're fine.
Are you happy they're in your collection, though?
No, I couldn't care less, mate.
Oh, what's the time? What's the time? Oh, Paul has sent Ken home for the evening.
Ken's gone, is he?
They have to stop
Deadpool news.
They have to stop at 8:15 because Paul's got to put the kids to bed.
I have seen the Deadpool news. You guys seen the Deadpool news?
Yes, I heard about it today.
Yeah,
it's good.
I really hope it's going to be very good because I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
I'm sure it will be good. It's 2024, I think that.
It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Because they're saying they're not going to affect the Wolverine film. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1, where Wolverine dies. So I'm assuming they're either going to do. The problem is with Cable sort of opened up time travel.
You can just jump wherever.
In Deadpool 2. So I'm assuming they're just going to time travel and have a different version of Wolverine. I don't know.
But I hope they don't do like some weird CGI to make him look younger because I really hate all that stuff.
I don't think they need to. He is mint.
He is Wolverine. Like I love. Oh man, yeah. Not quite a tear, but I definitely was like excited.
Callum's with you, Roy. Amazing set pieces and design. So I think all three of you in agreement.
Did you see Retro Go's story one night? He was watching it and something happened with the like camera angles or something like that, and he was not impressed.
No.
He was like, "How can they do this?"
Unhappy. Seth Rollins would rather watch Time Team, The Big Dig. Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to see Tony Robinson? Missed days when terrible shows were pulled mid-season.
Not when you pump millions of pounds in or
Oh my God.
into it.
You want to get into entertainment TV? It happens every single. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on with us doing the Ninja Warrior?
Oh, what I realised is no one would.
What do you mean no one would?
The amount of things we talk about in chat about doing. There's a certain thing we've been talking about for like since I met you.
But Ninja Warrior is Ninja Warrior.
No, you wouldn't do it.
I would. Yes, I am enjoying the new Game of Thrones.
You go for
I've not seen any of it.
I forgot enjoying it.
Your next project, casting some massive battle beasts.
If I remember rightly, I think there is a guy that does bigger versions of them. There's loads of customizers for them. Exo Beast on Instagram. Yeah, Exo Beast he does amazing stuff with them.
Exo Beast. You're gonna sell best sell that a man to Christian for super cheap. A man. How much is it worth? I
don't know. Star Wars prices are all up and down at the minute. Again, I'm trying not to be rude, but I think what's the expression? Arse is falling out of the price or whatever. Like they're coming down. I think
the bottom's falling out of the market.
Something like that, yeah.
But also not for some of the last 17. They're still super expensive. He's got all the vehicles and the book.
It doesn't have the gumball stuff in it because I don't own any gumballs, and I only wanted to put in things that I owned because I wasn't sure on copyright. So at least if I own it, I can say, well, that's my particular thing. But
the question says oddball stuff. So like he has got some, some Greek, just some weird bits, some
Transmiganda. I can't say it, Transmigators. They're the weirdest stuff I have.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Don't you have your sword? Your
Oh yeah, that's in the back.
It's in the back.
Yeah.
But it's not like part of the checklist as such. But the vehicles and stuff are all in there.
You know, I absolutely I know
book.
we're pals, but like I genuinely love about your book, Andy, is like I've got the annoying that I didn't know it was Pixel Dan, but I've got the Pixel Dan Motu book, and I've got a Star Wars figures book, and I've got McDonald's toys.
That was a Sandown purchase, wasn't
it? Three books. But I love that I actually feel like I don't need to own them anymore. Like I've just sort of got them and I can flick through and I can look at, because your pictures are so great. I'm just like, because I sold all my Battle Beasts. But now I'm like, oh great, yeah. Like I'll have one from you and I can just sort of like flick through and just sort of feel like I own them. It's great.
I think Yeah, I don't know. We don't have to keep talking about it, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, we do.
No, we do.
We do.
Cool. Well, actually, my
And
biggest thing, I sent one to someone who I consider like a big collector,
Thank you.
and I was really nervous, but they got it today, and they messaged me saying like, "Dude, it's like honestly, I don't understand why you're talking it down. They're like, you put a lot of work into this."
Yeah, but Andy, you've been talking it down from the start, and all of us are going like, dude, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
It was like,
people's
all
hopes
of us
up, and
were
then
like,
they're like,
all of us were like, you need to print more, Andy. Print more. Get more made. I've only got this one done.
Andy's
I
like,
sold out of them all.
shall I sell them for I pay people £2? We're like,
Should I give them free for people speaking to me? Sure. I mean, to be fair, Andy, you're not 100% wrong. You put very little effort into it. I mean, it was really Ben that did.
yeah, and this is another thing. Ben did like a lot of the work.
I'm only joking. It was a combined effort, and we love to see it.
yeah, and obviously, you know, Ben has been paid or will be. I don't know if he knows.
No, he doesn't.
No, Ben doesn't know. It's a surprise. Ben will be getting his surprise on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Big old kiss.
Do you enjoy Paul's type autocorrect as much as I do? Because it makes me think that Ken's full name is Kensington.
I really love Kensington.
Now forever, I'm going to be like, all right, Kensington.
Mate, from this point forward, someone screenshot that. I'm going to take a little
Kensington. I can't. I'm on my phone.
From henceforth, his name is Kensington.
Kensington.
Also, I've never met a person who should be least called Kensington.
No, it's kind of,
Thing is that he's going to change his whole Instagram. Kensington Palace Toys.
That's it, Kensington Market. Kensington Market, mate. It writes itself. Kensington. Aaron's been testing Star Wars weapons for the last month. Yeah.
It's such a minefield because different sites often say not different things, but they have slightly different ways of wording it. So you're like, is it what I think it is? If
it doesn't not sing, then it's potentially the real deal, if not legit. That's what they're saying.
Only with that one though.
That one's something.
I've got a load of vintage accessories that they're in this little box, and it's just like, do I go for the rigmarole trying to test it all to see it, or do I just leave it in this box? Schrodinger's cat. At the moment, they're
a Star Wars toy.
They're real until I test them.
It sinks and doesn't sink. It's fine. Ben knows nothing. He's hoping for a kiss. That's fine.
Have a give a kiss.
Mr. Bot was falling out the market with Star Wars. Yeah, it's up and down. Listen, there was a question asked ages ago, and I want to talk. We got to wrap.
Yeah,
this
sorry,
up.
I took the
I want
screen.
to talk about. I want to try and pimp Kempton a little bit more, but there was a
Sunday,
question.
2nd of October.
Oh man, can't wait.
All of us, Bugsy Boys, Tats and Toys, not Tats and Toys, Total Toys, sorry.
Robbo
Maybe
Toys.
Tats and Toys is coming. I don't know. I don't think it is.
You know what I think the good thing about
Robbo
Ken,
Toys.
If anyone likes Funkos, I'm
Toys.
putting these on eBay after this. Anyone? What?
I know we're doing it and we're obviously trying to plug it, but as a buyer, because I used to go to Kempton as a buyer way before, that's actually where Andy tried to sell me something for ridiculous.
Oh, excuse me. According to some sites,
time.
very cheap.
But the great thing about Kempton is you have a cluster of really, really, really good sellers without the crowds of Sandown. So it just means you get access to like much better stuff easier. Like when I used to go as a buyer, I'd go to Kempton, and I think I preferred going to Kempton as a buyer than I did to Sandown as a buyer. I felt at Sandown I was rushing around, whereas at Kempton it's quite chilled, but it's still awesome stuff there.
Yeah, and like Aaron said, us four are selling, Hannah's selling, Vic will be there, Bugsy's will both be there.
The girl strikes back selling her custom Grogu's, right?
Yeah,
I think she's going to be bringing a couple with her, at least one.
Some custom Grogu action, which is always treats. Robbo Toys. I'm gonna give my one pimp because I'm sad to be getting rid of this, but it's time. Look at that.
Oh, that's good.
Clone Wars Spider Droid. Pretty sweet.
That's good.
That's cool.
Complete as well. Imagine
cool.
something.
And this is actually the first show I have, bar LFC, which was Comic-Con, so it's like a different vibe. This will be the first toy show, I think, since Sandown in February for me, I think.
You lazy so-called seller.
Yeah.
Well, NEC in March was I was with Ed.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a Sandown in April.
No.
I always think Sandown's February, but
yeah, I don't think you've done.
And then I couldn't do any of the May ones. I couldn't do any of the May ones because
May I went down with Andy, didn't I? It was just me and Andy.
Yeah. So like the toys that I brought back from America are just untouched. So they'll be there. Got some Earthworm Jim. I've got some,
nice.
I forgot about all that stuff. Yeah.
All those. Yeah, I've got all those Garbage Pail Kids cards that I got out there. So
have you actually sorted it all out though, or is it still in the boxes you came back with?
What's that? The toys?
Yeah.
No, they're all sorted out. I didn't actually bring the box to. I was going to do it at LFCC, put them out. When I was there sorting all the boxes out, I was like, pretty sure I should have a box of like America stuff, and no, I put it in the wrong pile in my shed. So that'll definitely be coming. So look out for that.
Yeah, I'm bringing loads of like Toy Biz, carded Spider-Man figs, Kenner Predators, Kenner Alien. Like, I'm getting rid, man. I'm going big.
I've got a big old box of flesh-coloured muscle men I'm getting rid of. That's exciting. Look at that. Right.
It's exciting.
Think of all those 50p's. They add up.
A bit more than 50p for a flesh muscle man. 60p. Yeah, no, there'll be some good stuff. And
toy collecting's a rich man's sport these days. 60p a muscle.
Also, just have a laugh. Come and hang out.
Yeah. It's also minutes from my house, which I love. So it's good. A question from a while back that I was meaning to get to. What are our thoughts about the new D&D action figures from the cartoon Dungeons and Dragons?
I have no thoughts because they look nice, but I'm not buying them. They don't mean anything to me.
You didn't watch the cartoon?
I did.
Oh.
I didn't.
But I don't have any interest in buying them. Like the Fortress of Fangs up there, and the odd few figures that I've got, like Warlock and the Ogre that came with that. That's enough for me. If I buy a couple more, I'd get old ones. I'm so over new figures. Like honestly, I don't like. I'm just.
Well, this is how I feel. I quite like the Dungeon Master, the little Danny DeVito, white-haired bald guy. Like he's quite iconic to me. But I'm massively off buying anything new released unless it is 110%, which is impossible. 100% in my focus wheelhouse, whatever you want to call it. I'm not buying new stuff. I've got too many flipping pre-orders and I've wasted too much money.
I was going to say that. What's the pre-order time on them? Because they're all up for pre-order now, right?
Probably. I'm like, yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Is there a service, Dan? Because you play Dungeons and Dragons every Sunday?
I do.
Every Sunday. Is there a service in which you can sort of contact a company and have them make your character?
Ooh. As a figure?
Yeah.
I mean, you could speak to one of many different customizers who make figures and get a figure made. I don't think there's specifically a D&D.
Expensive, though.
It'd be such a good idea if there was like a D&D character figure maker, and it was all exactly the same.
Some of the weird stuff they'd make.
Yeah, but the trouble is
spicy, but
there's only so many base characters you can be.
But like, Vic's got
yeah, but then that's even better. Sorry, Aaron.
Vic bought little in the campaign that we're playing. She bought little halflings, so she's got her own little halfling, and it's kind of Warhammer-esque. I think you can paint it and everything.
You can get D&D figures, but I think Riot's talking about having one custom made to look like you. Is that fair?
You know, because what I wanted to add to it was that the same customizers could sell. When you get your figure, they sell you an exact size coffin. So when ultimately your figure dies, you put it in the coffin and you order another figure.
The closest thing you've got to that, mate, is either Mythic Legions or what are those things called? Is it not hacks, rats? I can't, whatever it is. But the lines that you can get, like, here's a knight in armor, and here's 1,000 different heads and different cloaks and different, so you can kind of customize whatever. But I mean, you can buy figures. But
Mythics are a good shout. I know they're not to scale, but there's nothing to stop them bringing out like a minifigure version.
It depends what. I mean, I don't play physically because I don't like.
But often when you play in person, everything's far more. You're talking minifigure size, compact.
Yeah,
not Warhammer, but a bit bigger.
We again we've been playing it here with me, Vic, and a couple of people from her work. I actually used my Warriors of Kerrang wizard with the the guy with the shield in the book. I used
Finally,
him as
you have a use for that piece of crap. No, I'm joking.
But seriously, I used him as my like wizard character, and one of my spells was a shield that lasts for like a certain amount of time. So I took the shield off, and then when I casted that spell, I put the shield back on him.
That's awesome.
So yes, and what was it else we used? I think a couple of other figures we used. But yeah, it's there's something there. It's just trying to make it cheap, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon it'd be too expensive.
Because I spoke to Nick at the EMA Studios, and he was talking to me about how much it costs to like actually put one of these little toys into production, and it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But maybe something that's a little bit more basic that can be sort of like you said, customized, that you can
Customizable at least.
Yeah, I don't know. There you go.
There you go. Hello to Sarah. How you doing? Hasbro doing a new selfie range for Power Rangers Marvel Heroes, only £80 a head. Yeah,
it
was
not going to be £80 a head either.
Yes.
That's $80 a head. So if it got released here,
160 quid a head.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot more expensive.
But they don't have a good track record of getting good faces though. So like, would you actually be able to get your face on it, or would it just look like a sloth on a? No, sorry.
Annoyingly, earlier on in the year, they came out and were like, yeah, these are going to be like $60 a figure, and everyone was like, $60 actually isn't that bad to have my own like figure. And I said, it's going to be 80 now, and everyone's like, no, they've already got problems with their HasLab. McFarlane's put like a massive middle finger up to Hasbro, which was quite funny.
When you charge $350 for a basic figure and vehicle set, come on now.
Well, the Snowspeeder for the Black Series that came out before the HasLab was even a thing was 120 quid. And that can fit 2 figures in it, and it's like to scale 6-inch Snowspeeder.
They're not even going to give me a replaceable Nicolas Cage head for the Ghost Rider thing. It's a disgrace.
It might come out. It might be unless they don't have Nick Cage's.
Has to be Nick Cage, otherwise I'm out.
No, I get it, but they might not have the license to do it. Yeah. But McFarlane Toys have just released a like monster truck Batmobile thing.
Oh yeah, I saw someone post about that. Was that you? It was Theo.
It was Theo.
It's almost like a gym buggy style.
Yeah. They put it on market for $50.
Yeah.
And I think that's more of a like an FU to Hasbro for $350 for a car and a figure. And the funny thing is,
it's like an FU to the planet, but
but today as well, they've so Hasbro when they announced it were like, oh, there's an early bird special. We're going to give you this figure if you back it in a short amount of time. So they gave like a week to back it. It was getting nowhere near it, so they literally threw this this demon character, Mysterio, whatever it's called. They brought that out really quickly without even hitting the first tier because it was faulting. So, and that didn't really do anything. So it missed the point of where you can get this extra figure. And today they just went, just because we're being nice to you, we're going to throw this extra figure in anyway because it's like it's well off getting back. It's not going to get backed, I don't think.
You know how I feel after the Rancor shenanigans, abusing the buyers, in my opinion.
I tell you what, very quickly though, if you are like an old Virgin Aaron and you do love Power Rangers, the Piglaw, I don't know his name, Aaron. Piglaw.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know, Mr. Piggy.
Pigler.
Apparently £10 in TK Maxx. I nearly bought one because I was like, it is an amazing figure for £10.
If it was the eyeball fella or the snaky boy, I'd have bought it. I like them too. They're quite cool.
The eyeball fella.
I think Piglaw, eyeball fella, and sneaky boy are all the right names.
but look how chunky that is.
Yeah, that's £10 right now in TK Maxx.
Yeah.
Where's his torso? Is he literally a head on legs?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he is.
That's cool.
I think that's a great figure for £10.
with his Roman centurion helmet.
It's funny, man. I pulled a figure out. I was rummaging with Sam on Sunday, and I pulled a figure out. I'm like, I really like this figure. It's really cool. It looked kind of like a very vibrantly coloured, almost like a fly mosquito-y figure. And I was like, it's Power Rangers, isn't it? It was like, yeah, it's Power Rangers. I'm like, God damn it, it's really cool.
But honestly, there are some like incredible Power Rangers things.
Yeah, really good.
Like I personally, I don't have any connection. Like, that's an amazing fig.
Great figure.
Great
that's
figure.
That's in my TK Maxx at the minute, but they want 20 quid for it.
I saw In Demand Toys has just put the Piranha one. It's sold out on their website. I'm hoping maybe they might have some at Comic Con, but they've got that for 20 quid.
Yeah.
And they've just released that Lizzle one, which is the one you're talking about, the one that looks like the triple threat steak.
Here's the triple threat snake. Hello, Ben. How you doing,
but
buddy?
they're that's £43, but I guarantee you this time January or something, it's going to be like 20. More? It's because all their prices have gone up. Hasbro put all their prices up.
Right. Okay.
Some Joe.
Now is not the time, Hasbro. Now is not the time.
£6.50 Joe classifieds. That's got to be a deal. I guess it depends which classifieds there are.
I'm going to stop asking questions because I know it's past 10.
We are past 10. We're at Mephisto. Is the character. Mephisto. Yeah, I mean, you know they're going to be poor quality. Look into Aikido figures. Currently in Smith's.
I'm going to put that up. More of the story, don't buy the figures straight away.
What, Aikido? Oh, Power Rangers. Right, yeah.
Or even any
don't buy any figures straight away.
The only figures I would suggest you have to get a pre-order is Mythic Legions because they just skyrocket.
Game though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's more like the big bot, like any new-ish Transformers, Master of the Universe, Power Rangers, anything that your parents know the names of, it'll be in TK Maxx.
But wrestling figures with giant sausage hands, you've got to get them pre-ordered, boy. Otherwise, they sell out straight away. Madness, isn't it? Right, let's end with this question. I don't know the answer to this. I didn't read the toys bit, and I was going to make a pun about we'll be collecting our pensions. But what toys you think people will be collecting in 30 years? Much the same as they do now, I reckon.
Yeah.
My answer.
Well,
I think it's tricky because, like, my son, I don't think we've hit the toys my son will be collecting yet.
No.
Like my son will be collecting toys that he picks up in he's 3, so probably when he's 7 more years.
Yeah.
But you not think so? If you look at the Super 7 Turtles toys, right, that you were showing earlier, and these Hasbro Mattel wrestlers and even like the new Power Rangers stuff, Power Ranger stuff, it won't be that because these are just expensive versions and replications of things that we used to collect. So I think it'll be a different thing. But I don't know when the last great toy line for like the generation after ours was. I might have missed it. It might have been Ben 10. It's possible. I don't know.
I don't think we will know.
Pokemon and Ben 10 are probably the most modern toys that will probably be somewhat
still around.
But then like in my head, I'm like Harry Potter.
Yeah,
but Harry Potter would already have been kind of collectible now, because bearing in mind the first film came out in like '97. So you think
what
about
I find interesting about this chat is I was speaking of it at my wife because obviously she didn't hear, but it was like we could have never foreseen when we were watching in like 2001. Like when we were watching Lord of the Rings, we couldn't have foreseen like how big Harry Potter would be, and then I think like, oh yeah, but then what will my son's Harry Potter? Because there will be something. Like, what will my son's Harry Potter be? Like, because obviously my parents had Star Wars, and then there was Jurassic Park for us a little bit, and then there's been Harry Potter, there's been Lord of the Rings, there's been like, what is the next big franchise? Because there will be one. Like that fascinates me.
What's important to remember, mate, is when did we watch Lord of the Rings? Was it 2001 when it first came out?
2001.
So
the first one came out before that. It was a 90s film, wasn't it?
Oh, was it 99?
Well, the Phantom Menace was 99. and I thought it was 2000, but whatever, right? Around that time.
Sorry, yeah, 2001.
2001. What's important to remember that while they were doing those groundbreaking special effects on Gollum, in 2000 they released the Dungeons and Dragons films with Jeremy Irons. Now I suggest you will watch that because it's one of the worst films ever made, and it really turned CGI around. Basically, it's a game changer. But I don't know, man. I mean, what's Cole saying? Fortnite toys. I don't think people will be collecting game-related toys in the same way. I just don't. I think they'll come and they'll go. That's just the way I feel.
If you actually look at like Ben Allen's mentioned in Ben 10, and we've mentioned it before, and we always joke about seeing it at the car boot sales, and we keep saying it, don't we? That'll be the toy. We sit there and go, "Oh, I used to find loads of that at the car boot sale." Yeah. If I don't know who owns it or who is it, Hasbro or someone. If someone got the like the rights to it and actually made like a proper film, there's something there. If you actually watch, my nephew used to watch it.
The cartoon's fine. The cartoon's fine.
There's something there, especially those earlier cartoons that came out.
Yeah.
There's something there that could be big if someone put the right emphasis on it. Like the car's cool, like the green like, sort of American muscle car.
I personally don't think toys will be collected in 30 years. I think there'll be people like us that are still old enough to remember our sort of toys.
Oh, we'll be dead, mate.
In 30 years, no.
Yeah.
Long gone. 30 years, you're laughing, yeah? Marvel will still be around. Listen, we can all agree.
I don't think they would. With the social world, like the entertainment world is with games and stuff like that. People will be collecting more gaming stuff, I think.
No, mate.
I don't think it will be toys.
Disney will buy
toys will become like die-cast.
Disney will make a new Star Wars product every 5 minutes.
But no one's buying it.
They'll keep pumping it out until every toy every kid's got is somehow related to Star Wars. Some expanded universe. Marvel and Star Wars will clash. There'll be a Luke Skywalker that they've face transplanted onto some new actor fighting flipping Doctor Strange, and they're gonna weave it all together, and it's gonna be hell.
I quite like about sorry, Aaron.
The 3.75 figure line that Hasbro are creating is the vintage collection, which is designed for adult collectors, and it's nearly at £20 a pop, figure-wise. No kid is buying figures. No parent is buying their kid a £20 toy, a little 3.75 figure.
But the question is, what we'll be collecting in 30 years? We're spending hundreds of pounds on figures, so we're assuming that later down the line, the next level of collectors will be spending loads of money to relive their youth, but it's a different time, right?
It'll be video games. They'll be like, I remember playing this on Xbox 25 or whatever's around then.
But video games have been around all of my life.
Yeah.
But so have toys. Toys are not being. I don't think toys are being.
My son's 3. He's got so many toys.
You say that. My youngest nephew is 6. He, apart from Lego, it's all video games. There's going to become a point where he will stop playing with those toys, and it will all be video games because it's a lot more. It is. It's fun. It's cool. It's fun.
Interesting is, I think what's weird is, I think that the toys that go 0 to 100 in price in the shortest time period of video game toys.
Yeah.
I've seen so many I've seen like Doom 2016 toys go from being £20 at market price to now being like 95 quid. Like, for some reason, I think it must be because of scarcity. They obviously don't produce so many of them. But yeah.
I was about to go on to Andy has hit a point there. Retro gaming will become, especially physical copies of things, will become so much more valuable in the future because we're all in this age now of net. How many times have you got rid of your DVD? I don't need that box set. It's on Netflix. I don't need that. It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I actually physically bought a video game because a lot of the games I play are on Game Pass. Do you know what I mean? Like, physical media is dying out. Like, you can go to the CEX, you can go look at all the DVDs they got, like 50p. They can't even get rid of them. Do you know what I mean? I think maybe there might be a point in the future where actual physical copies of things become valuable because we seem to be also with the digital age of like TV programs. Certain TV programs have certain episodes that are not right for the time, taken away or scenes cut out. So people are going to want
that's true.
Original 90s box set because that has episode 7 in it, the full cut. Do you know what I mean? Where someone says a word that's not quite.
It's already happened. I think there's episodes of Friends that are on like Netflix or whichever channel owns Friends, but they edited it out because there's certain things that they now think aren't appropriate.
Bottom on UK Gold, they've changed words. Obviously,
Young Ones, I think, as well.
Always Philadelphia.
So maybe it's actually not. We're not talking toys in 30 years' time. We're talking physical media.
Well, Little Britain, that's been like axed from everything.
Yeah, they probably.
Fair enough. Not because of like content, but it's shit.
Because it's rubbish. Yeah, Seth Rollins gets it. We need to go around and pick up all the whatever it is. Is it Madden, NFL?
Any sports game made by EA.
It's in the game.
I don't think it's called FIFA anymore. I think they've lost they pulled the license.
Oh, probably because it was always FIFA versus Pro Evo, wasn't it, back in the day? FIFA.
What's it called now? Football.
It's something
called kickball to avoid any kind of copyrights. Kickball.
Yeah, I'm very much ISS, guys.
Mate,
not too mistaken with ISIS.
Yeah, I just thought you said you liked the game of ISIS. I was like, what?
What's it? FIFA 98 Road to the World Cup, best FIFA game ever.
Yeah.
Blur Song 2 as the intro song. And there you go.
Boys, I might have I've definitely had a beer. I might have a chat with a very well-known ex-footballer soon about a game show, and I might have to genuinely speak to one of you because I don't want to go in and him know immediately I know nothing about football.
Well, it would have to be me or Aaron, and now we know that we're going to give you all the wrong information.
Okay, well, I won't speak to you then.
I'm just trying to think of someone that would be into that who's an ex-footballer.
Ex-footballer is a pundit.
Is he still on TV now?
Yeah.
I think Disney put disclaimers on everything.
It's got to be Paul Merson. He's always looking for a gig somewhere.
It'll be a red nap or a something around that, I reckon. We'll chat afterwards. Right, we need to.
He's looking for money.
We're well over time. Giggs is going to need a bit of cash. Disney's disclaiming all sorts of stuff. Even Sky's got weird stuff on it.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I'd far prefer a disclaimer at the start of a film like Disney does, rather than changing the content. And just say
100%.
Because I think we saw one the other day when we were watching one with Austin, my son, and it was like some of the opinions and depictions in this film reflect the time it was made and do not reflect. I prefer that.
You can't move the line years after. The line is where the line is, and you make your content up to that line. And if the line happens to move there, then you just go, okay, well, now we know the line is there. But you can't dismiss what happened before. You just say, we don't do that anymore. And there's limits to it. Of course there is.
I like it. I like saying we recognize that it's problematic, but I don't like the changing of art. I think keep it as it is, but say that it's wrong, you know?
So the comment underneath Brad's, which is spot on there, again from Viking, is correct. Godzilla on PS4, you can't download it, license revoked, and now this version's gone way up.
That's cash 100%. Money, that one.
Yeah, and especially the price on. See, I've got games as well aren't always backwards compatible with the newer consoles. So certain games you can play, and it's funny because if you go into CEX, if a game can't be played on the Xbox One or something, it's quite relatively cheap. But as soon as they release it and say, "Oh yeah, we're now allowing that to be backwards compatible," the price shoots up because all of a sudden you can play it now.
You can play it back on the old consoles.
Yeah, so it's a real physical media I think might be the thing.
Yeah, I'll never watch the. They took out the Yub Yub song.
Yeah,
I'm over it. Over it. Paul says, Chris, is it Cammy? Possibly. Don't have to answer.
Unbelievable.
Nah, he's just been on Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, he's a good dude. It is important to learn from the history. And anyway, that's a whole different conversation for another time. And we'll leave it with Retro Ghetto. Only an idiot, Retro Ghetto on YouTube, would have a room for the physical media. Mate, Only an absolute legend of an idiot would build
3.0.
an entire room specifically for that. But yeah, definitely go and check that out. Retro Ghetto YouTube channel. And
outside of mathematics, not another human has said the words 3.0 more than Retro Ghetto.
More than Retro Ghetto. What do you know about Retro Ghetto? Come and see us at Kempton and tell us what you think.
Yeah, I've got loads of games. I'm bringing loads of games.
That's a long drive for him.
I might actually have some games with me as well.
I'm bringing loads of games, man.
Wait, no, but you guys all going up to October. You guys all going to NEC in October.
Yeah.
That'd be easier for him to see you there than drive all the way down to Kempton.
All right, Andy, we're trying to plug Kempton, yeah?
We'll see.
I'm just saying it's a long way for him to drive, all right?
But come and buy this physical media we've got. Look, physical media. Can't download a head bopper Slimer, can you? Anyway.
So I went to actually I forgot to mention before you went. I went to a jumble sale at a local scout hut near me the other day. Yeah, well, scouts weren't there, so it was fine. So I found a couple of games there which were like 10p, nothing crazy. But you don't get this when you download games, do you? The map for San Andreas.
No, that's great.
Nice.
Like,
even I played that one.
Yeah, there's Liberty City there as well. Like, remember when you had to have physical copy and you actually had to have a map?
One of the best games ever made, I would say, San Andreas.
And you're sitting there having to read the map just so you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
I remember getting like Super Mario Bros. 3, and before I even played it, like you'd open up the manual and look, and you'd be like, and you'd go through the scroll of like enemies, and you'd see the name of the enemy, and then you'd play. I loved it.
Brad, it's Sunday the 30th of October, mate. Sunday the 30th of October, and yes, the semi-final, which is coming back in a big way. Right, I'm going to bed. I've got my brains fried.
We've overshot.
We have by a massive amount, but that's all right. That's fine. It's been fun. And big happy birthday to Rye. Fresh off the mackerel fishing boat with his hat.
It's autumn. It's autumn.
Are you wearing that on Sunday?
Yeah, this exact outfit actually.
He's already there. He's in the car park.
Get your fisherman friend on Sunday.
Come and see us on Sunday.
Absolutely.
Right. Have a lovely week, everyone. Lovely
to
meet you, and thank you guys in the chat for spending the evening with us.
Just remember, a snarf does not cost 20 quid.
Should never cost 20 quid. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Bye-bye.